Hey guys, let me just do a quick breakdown and a recap of today's trade. If you have not, you can watch the pre-market analysis that I posted in the Discord. It's just a quick 2-minute video before that I posted before market open, just to do a quick analysis of where we're trying to see market go. And we were leaning towards the previous week low. Obviously, if PA did show a bullish scenario, then we would have been targeting the previous day high or in the daily fair value gap. However, once market opened, we were looking, it was kind of raging for a little bit. And then I was just waiting for the S&P was already established over here before the open at 9:15. You can see that ES was unable to break this high, whereas NQ did right here at 9:15. NQ broke this 8 a.m. high. So at this point, just watching it turn around, just range for a bit, and 9:30 is over here, right here, and then it went a higher. I would have been taken. I would have taken a long if it broke above here and created a change in state of delivery, but it did not. That's the thing about um, the high probability that order blocks and changes to delivery provides, as opposed to like a inverse fair value gap, right? So if you can see a small 3-minute inverse over here, and it broke above it. Some people might just take a long over here and hope it goes higher. You see these two bullish candles, and you go for a long trade. However, I like to wait for the change in state of delivery. Not all the time. Sometimes depending on how price looks, I can sometimes we take a inverse fair value gap trade, but just with lower risk. In this case, yeah, I'm just waiting for uh, to show a clear sign of a long setup or a short setup. So before 10 a.m., you see it start dropping. I told the group that I went into the 3-minute time frame, and I said that if this does close below this, I'm going to take a short, and I did it right here. And once we took entered the trade, it just went our way and barely saw any drawdown except for this little wick, and it just kept dropping. It was a very good trade. This is actually a 15-minute sell side liquidity, and it matches with the 1R right here. So I'll show you the 15-minute right here. You see the sell side right here? So it matches perfectly with that. So on my Apex accounts, I actually took profit on this. I was okay with the base hit on a Friday. On my personal account, I took a little bit profit and left the runner for the previous week low. And this was such a great trade that it barely retraced and just kept dropping. So overall, great trade. Same setup as always. SMT, change in state of delivery, and then you just take the trade. And just once usually it hits 1R, I move my stops at break even anyway. So I would have, this is why I took profit as well, because I would have hated for it to on a Friday go back to break even, and I don't make anything on the day. So I was okay with that. But overall, great day. This setup happens every single day. Last 2 days I did miss the setup because price was so weak that it was so weak, or it was very strong that it never even tested the order block. So yeah, I missed the trade last 2 days, but I stayed patient. I didn't get FOMO or anything. I didn't chase any price, and I just waited for the next setup. It happens all the time. If you trade NQ only, it's the same thing. The setup would have been on this 3-minute. I think it's this, right? 1 second. It would have been here. The reason I didn't take the NQ trade is because I don't want. Look at it. It's a 109-point stop loss. I would not have taken this. It's just too big of a stop loss for me. But either way, it would have been a 2.3R trade if you do take the full move. So overall, great week, great day. I took 3 trades this week. All were winners, and hopefully next week we continue the same trend.